All right, y'all. Welcome into the next iteration of our Veterans Workshop. Uh, this iteration, we're still going to answer questions like we always do. Welcome in Sunday noon. We do this all the time. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Just want to let y'all know that it is Veterans Day tomorrow, just in case some people did forget. Most times people do forget the fact that it is Veterans Day. So what we're going to try to do today is if anybody has any questions of the sort, anything that has to do, of course, with entitlements, benefits, education benefits, the VA loan, anything of the sort, don't hesitate to do so. Just go ahead and ask the questions whenever, whatever questions you may have. Don't hesitate to ask. But today, what we're gonna try to do is we're gonna try to go over and see, because I know there's a lot of Veterans Day discounts, a lot of Veterans Day like stuff that people don't know about. So most of the what up? That's what we're gonna mainly do is like go over Veterans Day discount. So I have the information through the American Legion. And basically, it's just basically going over all the discounts and everything available that's going to be for tomorrow. So if veterans want to tune in, get free food, get a free entree, get free anything or discounts, the American Legion provides a site basically and a link to allow people to actually find out what they're going to be able to do. So a lot of restaurants, like most of the big name restaurants, they always have like something. They never give you like a full meal, but it may be like they'll maybe in a free appetizer, free dessert. Sometimes like Dunkin' Donuts likes to do like you get a free donut or something. Some of them will require you to show your military ID, and that's something you gotta remember. Some of them will show the military ID, some will not. Some will ask for you to provide that, some may not. So that's just something to go over so that way we have it. You get that information, you get discounts tomorrow, or because most of the time they will have discounts that will travel along the whole week. um Black Friday isn't that far away either, so it's something to keep in mind. Most of the time they will have these specials or discounts going on today, tomorrow. They might end in a couple of days. What's up on that? You said already free stuff. Yeah, because I know a ton of veterans love going to this and like getting all these benefits and stuff for just like free food, free meals, free discounts. So the thing is you got to remember, not every location has all these restaurants. So you may be in a town that gives you and provides you more stuff, and you may be in a town that doesn't give you as much stuff. Um, but it's good to know because at least you have all the information, so you could go multiple places. I know a lot of the times veterans would like to do, or active duty, like I know on active duty there was always there's always soldiers that would, what they would do is they would literally bounce around. It was like, how you have that potluck or Thanksgiving potluck with your friends and family, where you stop at the first house, then you go to the next house, then you go to the next house, and you just keep on continuing. That's kind of what this can be if you take advantage of it when it comes to just discounts. So all these have a link tied to it. So basically, any information that you get here, I'll put the link in the comments for that. If you're tuning in on TikTok, I'm also live on YouTube. The link is in the bio. You can check it there, where I can actually show you the visual of all the all the free stuff basically, and all the discounts. So basically, try to take advantage of that as best you can. It is free stuff. It is discounts that you can use. If you haven't already, one thing I do advise is, if you have not gotten id.me or id.me, if you put that into Google, it'll show you up. All you got to do is make sure that you are logging into it and providing your information. It'll verify that you're a military veteran, but those also provide discounts for uh, first responders, teachers, any sort of educators. It provides all that sort of information and all that stuff in there for you to be able to get free stuff and free discounts. ID.me also has a like a cashback program. So basically what the cashback program is that if you use one of their links to go to said page, you'll probably receive a discount on top of it, and then from there you will also be able to receive further discounts. And some of them is just like cash back, where the company may not have an actual like full on discount. So they'll give you cash back and then you'll earn that and you can use that towards anything through ID Me also. So keep that in mind. That's a good resource to have and it's always free stuff to use. Um so I haven't heard of a 54th Street Grill before. Never heard of it. But here you go. Use your driver's ID. It does have veterans on it. I know. Yes, if you do have that, you can do that also. Annette just stated that if your driver's license does have the veteran designation on it, that allows you to do it, and it's a lot easier for you to just prove it. Sometimes they will ask for veteran ID. It depends on the location and the place. Sometimes they're lenient and they're just like, yeah, it does say veteran on there, which is your driver's license. It should have it, but some places may not, but anything that says you're a veteran and shows you're a veteran, you're there. Most of the time, you're gonna have somebody trying to show up in the veteran cap or the Operation Iraqi Freedom or something like the old school veterans, the Vietnam veterans. You know they always have their hats on, but the newer age veterans, they're gonna probably question it because it's just like if you don't look like age and you got a Vietnam hat on, they're gonna question what. They're like, come on, bro. We ain't giving you no free stuff. But just keep that in mind. And most of the time you will notice also it's always a group of soldiers or something that'll go in and they'll try to get this stuff. Applebee's, most people already know, have gone through, been there, done that. But for they got it here for the 17th consecutive year. We're offering veterans and active duty military a special Veterans Day meal on Monday 11th, where they can select from delicious entrees at Applebee's across the country. So they get a free entree. So Applebee's is doing a free entree. Sometimes, like I said, it might be like a free appetizer, something like that. Applebee's is doing a free entree for you to use. Yes, and they do it in bigger cities. Bigger, like I said, that's why in bigger cities it's like you have more advantages and stuff like that because then they always have like sales on top of it. So if you're going shopping or something, it's like, oh, we offer a military discount, and this is the day I think Veterans Day. I think is one of the better days to figure out if your neighborhood, your town, your companies, your stores around there offer military discount. Because that's one thing. I'm around a military community, so they usually offer a military discount, but it's not always the case. And that's something people need to realize. It's just like you would think that everywhere at least had a 10% military discount. You would think that. Not all stores offer that. So that's something to keep in mind. Hey, if you can get a discount 10%, 10% goes a long way, especially when you're buying a bunch of stuff. So especially now, the economy's rough. It doesn't hurt. And if you can get cash back on the stuff too, even better. Uh, Aspen Creek. This is one I have not heard of. I haven't heard of Aspen Creek before. But they will offer a $15 meal voucher to all veterans and active duty military. Vouchers will be distributed 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. So I guess with Aspen Creek Grill, I guess. I'm not sure if anybody knows what state that's part of or if they have one. Please let me know so that way it's a resource to know because a lot of these things like this list is long. Like they have a list. And then they also have events that's going on. So you also have this through the American Legion. The American Legion is providing a lot of these links and this information. You have military.com where you can check that one out also, and militarytimes.com. All three of those have like a listing of it. Some of them are going to, cover each other or be on top of the other ones, but some of them will just be like direct and it'll just tell you this is what you could take advantage of. Bandanas BBQ. Another one, never heard of it. We honor including so the CEO of Bandana BBQ is a military veteran. With a military ID or proof of service, can get a free pulled pork sandwich with choice of one side in our restaurants. So that's Bandana's BBQ. Most of it will be like a side or a meal, depending on the location. That's when it really differs, depending on what that is, depending on what you want to do, and go about it. That's what it is. But like I said, for most times, it's like some people will take advantage of these things, some people will not. But like I said, if anything, also, if you like always, we do these every Sunday. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. It's easier to view on YouTube. But if you have any veteran questions for your spouse, your dependents, your kids, any benefits that they may be entitled to that you may not know about, or maybe you have no idea what these entitlements or benefits are, don't hesitate to ask a question. In this channel and this page, there's no wrong questions. There's wrong answers. I will say that. I'm not always perfectly correct, but I'm gonna try to find you the best answer in the best possible way, which shows you where I got the information from. So it's not I'm just pulling this out of my hat kind of thing. But any question is a valid question, because the thing is veterans don't know what's going on. Veterans don't get the information. Veterans don't know what to look for, what to find, and this is something that you need to pay attention to and take into account that, hey, veterans are not always aware of all these benefits that are out there. Bibi Bop. I don't know what Bibi Bop is. What is Bibi Bop? Bibi Bop is a we serve healthy and affordable Asian food because we really care. That's the going thing for them. So I guess it's like so you get food, but it doesn't say what you're getting. Oh, free bowl. You get a free bowl from Bibi Bop. Another location I never heard of. Big Boy is another one. Every adult breakfast buffet purchase that participates in Big Boy Local will help support veterans with a $1 donation. So Big Boy isn't offering anything to, but it's basically saying for every participating buffet, they will donate $1 to it is. Got a question here. I filled out my paperwork for the National Guard, but I assume Trump is going to gut 85% benefits. Do you know all the ones he's cutting? Look, at this point, don't go off of the fact that Donald Trump is going to cut this, we don't know. At this point, we have no idea what this administration is planning to do. So don't go off of it's an automatic you're going to lose this. If you have the benefits you have, they can't cut those. The benefits are already there. You already have those benefits. If you're at a certain percentage, you're already at that percentage. You're not going to be taking, they're not going to try to strip away those percentages when you already have them. Now, may it get more difficult to obtain more stuff? Possibly. But the administration is one thing, the VA is another thing. Those are two different entities. The VA is affected by what the administration decides, but it's also the VA making changes. Like the same thing with the changes that are possibly coming for mental health changes and tinnitus and sleep apnea. Those are proposed changes. Those changes have been in line since 2022 that they've been talking about making these changes. So these changes have been in place since 2022. I'm saying, yeah, we're going to make changes. This is what's going to happen. That's not the case. We don't know exactly what it is because they proposed changes, but you got medicinal stuff that's changed. You got diagnoses that's changed. Shit, they just had a committee last month about they just had a committee about like MDMA, using psychedelics and using medicinal marijuana to treat veterans. So if that gets put into play and that gets added into, they have to factor that in to how you rate people and how you diagnose people and how ratings may change. So that's why it's important not to go off of, yes, this is what's going to happen. This is what we're going to deal with no matter what. You have to pay attention to certain things will change. There's nobody can tell you. You can go to any channel. Nobody can tell you indefinite what is going to change. They have proposed things the same way politicians propose they're going to make changes. Some of them go through, some of them don't. The same way with mental health. They want to make changes, doesn't mean it's automatically going to happen. Things might change. They might propose one part of it and then they just switch another part of it. So that's why I was just like, benefits may get cut. They're trying to save money, basically. They're always trying to save money. The first thing that they always want to go to is Social Security and veteran benefits because they say, oh, it's too much money being spent. The problem is that we have a bunch of veterans that ain't even using the resources that are available. Shit, look at all these discounts that I'm showing people on here. Most people don't even know about all these discounts and all these places that people will get on Veterans Day. But that's the thing. It's only on Veterans Day sometimes. Certain places, they'll have it throughout the whole time. Some places, it's just Veterans Day. But There's nowhere that says that these changes are there. There's nowhere. There's nothing has been proposed. The because I'm just not. Bro, that's crazy. I always get for some reason I always get reported on TikTok when I'm trying to educate veterans. And I don't understand why that is. Every single time I'm trying to educate veterans on TikTok, I'm always getting a warning or a ban saying that my live is being restricted. And all I'm doing is trying to educate veterans on what they can take advantage of and what's going on. So I always find that interesting that I'm always getting restricted on there. So Annette, he says she won't be using a. See, the thing is Annette, for some of these discounts and stuff like that, for some of these discounts, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. For a lot of these discounts, people need to realize that with these discounts, not all of them have to be in person. So you can still go, and some of them will be online. Some of them, hey, you might even be able to get something delivered. Not sure how that works, but that's something I think they need to implement when it comes to like, hey, Veterans Day. Some of us don't want to go outside. Some of us don't like people anymore. Can we ship this too? Can we get this there? Yes, easy. I said that with the register with ID me. You could do it that way also. Annette, that's a big thing to do. ID me. You can get a lot from that. You said you haven't. Look, I'll say this: with a lot of people, a lot of issues ongoing right now with the veteran community and the veteran information is that you have a lot of channels that are putting fear and rising the anxiety on veterans for no apparent reason because they keep saying, "Oh, these changes are going to happen in. We are going to lose people or we're going to lose benefits and this, and that. Nothing is set in stone. There's nothing there. They have a proposed action date of April. In April, we will find out if there will be changes and when there will be changes, if they even do it in April. And that's what people need to realize. It's the action date that the government has given themselves like, hey, no shit, we need to get an answer to these people by this day, April of 2025. Now, what are the changes? We don't know. But I can assure you, those changes will not be implemented on the 1st of April. What's going to happen is like they do with any other changes to the rating schedule, is you will receive a notification and you will be told, hey, effective of this date, you are going to receive, or this is when the changes will be effective. Is there significance for April? So easy for what April is that if you go to there's a link here. I forget where I got it from, but it's on. Let's see, changes to. It's basically the scheduled date that they have for the rating changes for mental health, the rating changes for sleep apnea, the changes for ear tinnitus and all that stuff is proposed to happen in April. So basically, people have been talking about this since 2022 because that's when they first mentioned. That's when the VA first mentioned, "Hey, we are going to be making changes to the VA system." So what people what people fail to realize is that they've been talking about this since February of 2022. Yeah, and that's exactly what I'm telling people. It's just like they've been talking about this since 2022 when all these possible changes are going to be implemented. Since 2022, February of 2022. The document is on. There is it's like it's a .gov site. I got it through a Reddit post. Uh, and it was a Reddit post basically saying that these are the changes that are planned or proposed, but they've said this since 2022. The thing is what came out recently, or maybe a couple of months ago, was it said that the final action for these changes is supposed to happen on April of 2025. So that's why April is such a big important day where a lot of veterans are like squirming and like trying to figure out like, hey, what am I supposed to do by April? The thing is those changes are gonna happen. And the only way those changes happen is once they are effective. But April is the day that the government basically told itself, like, hey, look, no shit. we have a final action date on this. What's most likely going to happen is that in April, they are going to probably extend the time period. Because one of the reasons why is with the schedule of ratings in Title 38, Chapter 1, Part 4, the schedule of ratings, the way they diagnose mental health disorders is off of an outdated form. So basically, the regulation, the CFR, is going off of DSM-4, which is like the Mental Health Association rating, like those people that do mental health associations and stuff like that. They have it as number 4. It is now on number 5, the DSM-5. Yes, there we go. So the DSM-5 is what they have it at now. The rating schedule is going off of DSM-4. So it's not even like they're going to try to whip up a whole new thing. It's basically like, hey, we've gotten more technological advances. We've gotten more information. So now we have to update this information to coincide with what we're using to diagnose people. Now, the problem is that we don't know what else is being changed. So the way they rate veterans and the way veterans get their information is going to go off of the DSM-5. So now what they're trying to do is implement it to the schedule of ratings and change the schedule of ratings to correspond with that change. The schedule of ratings and basically the Title 38, Chapter 1, the Veteran Affairs section, was created in 1945. It's been a couple of years. We've been through a bunch of wars. We've been through a bunch of like technological advances that is just like a lot of the stuff in there is outdated. That's why slowly and surely they are taking portions and sections of it and updating it to coincide with medical advances, medical diagnoses, and finding the different things. Because the proposed change for, like, let's say tinnitus, what they're trying to say with tinnitus is that tinnitus is not an actual issue. It's more like a secondary issue or a combined issue. What they're saying is that if you have tinnitus, it's probably because you have another issue with your ear. So it may be Meniere's disease or something like that. And they're trying to say that basically if you have one of these, then tinnitus comes next to that. Not that tinnitus is the first issue. And one of the reasons is that makes it difficult for veterans to get those benefits. Because why? Tinnitus is the easiest one that veterans claim. That's the easiest, that's the quickest one that there's no way of testing for it. So basically the VA is like, well, you know, everybody uses tinnitus as their service-connected thing, and then they tie everything and their mother to secondary issues with that. They're trying to avoid that. This new administration with this whole Project 2025 thing, they've spoken about it. They're basically trying to cut out secondary issues, because basically they see it as, hey, the VA should not be paying for anything unless it was directly service connected and caused by the military. Not my words. That's in the PDF, the mandate for leadership. That's what's in there. They are trying to cut out those secondaries when it comes to anything outside of not being part of the military cause. They're trying to get rid of that. So what people fail to realize and veterans fail to realize is that a lot of veterans right now, the only reason they've gotten to 100% is because of secondaries. It's because you had one issue and that one issue, you know, kept the line going for multiple issues. And that's what people need to realize. It's just like, you doing that, if they take that away, there's tons of veterans that are not going to have any benefits, that are not going to be able to claim these other benefits. That, hey, yeah, you had tinnitus, but like how tinnitus turned into migraines, then the migraines turned into insomnia, or the PTSD caused it and all that stuff. All that stuff, you ain't going to be able to claim just to get that extra percentages. You're going to be stuck on whatever your designation is, whatever your service-connected issue is, that is what you're going to stay on. You're not going to get all these extra percentages like people been doing. And that's why people, I don't understand. It was just like, y'all voted for this. The administration has been talking about, they've been talking about cutting that for that. With the Democratic Party, they haven't cut any funding. They're short on it. but they never lay mention about cutting any monetary funds towards the VA. Where the Republican Party has said, hey, this is a way of cost effectively, saving us money by reducing some of the benefits and reducing some of the stuff they want to do. But the funny thing is that they want to make sure that you are still being able to contract your information out. So you can go off post and get a contract or whatever the case may be. That they want to make sure they do, because you know why? That funds money into different corporations and outside. And then it's just like different entities can be given government contracts to service people, and they could do a shit ass job. But the contract's already there. So instead of investing the money back into the VA, they rather push the money outside to outside entities where other people can line their pockets with it, instead of it being a government and still inside the government issue. But that's a whole different conversation. But that's why I say, yeah, look, the PACT Act was done under a Democratic thing. Democratic administration, Democratic Party. It was pushed forward by a Democrat representative from the state of California, Representative Takano. He's the one that pushed this for the PACT Act to get pushed, for it to involve the toxic act exposure, all the toxic exposure and all that stuff. Why? Because he knows going forward, all these veterans now that were in Iraq, Afghanistan, all these other locations, we're dealing with burn pits. You were literally in the shit. No pun intended, but literally in the shit. Like, you were in there and you received that, and you may have issues going down further that may be caused. So it's basically like a reactionary thing, which most of the time the VA doesn't do that, or shit, the military is more of a responsive thing, a reactive, not a they're not proactive about the stuff. They're more reactive. So that's when one of those changes happens. But that's what people need to realize, is just like those changes can affect and will affect veterans going forward. If changes are implemented, if it's tougher for people to trust me, I know it affects so many veterans are affected by the fact that toxic exposure was there. If you deployed multiple times, you got more whiffs of it. If you were in certain areas, you got whiffs of it. You got radiation stuff. Like, there's so much stuff that's involved there that is just like, the VA still doesn't know exactly what it causes. That's why they want people to be in the registry. That's why they want people to be aware, so that way you can be part of the study. Like, that's what they want to do. They want you to be part of the study so that they can start finding out the information as it continues to change. So as more cancers start developing and more issues or diseases may come to fruition through veterans because of their time in service, then they're going to be like, oh, well, we got all these veterans that ended up with this same disease. Okay, maybe we should add this to the presumptive list, because this is something that, from what we see all these veterans have, all these veterans are having these same issues. So what we need to do is we need to make sure to contribute that and put that as a designation, so it's now a presumptive issue. And that's why they want to do it that way. But at the same time, it was just like, that's new administration, new rules. There's going to be new leadership. They're going to wipe the slate clean. They're going to change things like that. And look, the VA right now was in a hole for like, what was it, $13 million, $1 billion? I can't remember. It's billion or million. But they were in a hole. They were under the amount of money they needed. Now, if another administration comes and they want to talk about, let's save and cut cost, that means that they're going to have to take away from somewhere in order to make up that money that they're in the deficit for. It's not going to come from their paychecks. We already know that. And now, like, yeah, they might not be counted towards the stuff, because the thing is I don't think they're gonna they wouldn't dissolve the PACT Act, because that would throw a frenzy for veterans all over. But the justification and the certain things, it's the wording that people need to pay attention to in the policies that are being enacted and changed. Certain things are going to contribute to benefits towards veterans. Certain things are going to be detrimental to veterans. And unless people start paying attention to what those things are, that's where we fall into these problems. So we're gonna deal with that. And that, like I said, we gotta wait. till he takes over. From there, he has like always with every new president, the first 100 days is basically the biggest changes that the presidents do. First 100 days, that's when they want to implement and make they change, or they want to reverse whatever somebody did or stuff like that. That's what we need to pay attention to, because that's where the changes are going to be more effective or detrimental to veterans. So that's something to pay attention to, because you may benefit from some of the things that may be implemented, you may not. Like I said, some of the Project 2025 stuff wasn't all bad. Some of it was like, hey, we'll be able to fix this by doing this. We'll be able to fix the backlog, which that shit ain't getting fixed, by making sure that if a person submits a fully developed claim, they get an answer within 30 days. And I'm like, that's a great benefit. That would be great for people. But at the same time, if you're trying to reduce the amount of people that work at the VA, you're trying to reduce the people that are there. How are you going to have the money to expedite stuff? But they are talking about using different technologies, and that's why I say AI may become a factor when it comes to validating and checking people's claims. It might become an AI issue if they train AI to basically allow AI to, like, hey, look at this person's claim, look at the information, see what they have, and see if it hits these factors. But that's some training I guess you would have to do. And then also you got to remember, if the Code of Federal Regulations keeps on changing, that means that the criteria and the stuff are going to continue to change also. So that's something that, got to keep in mind and pay attention to. But it's all different things. All right, back to our discounts. Back to our discounts. We said big boy Biscuit Belly. Never heard of it. Express, what did it say? Offering a free bacon sausage biscuit sandwich or chicken biscuit sandwich and a free drip coffee or soda to all veterans who walk through the door. All they need to do is bring proof of service. So like I said, most of these is just they're gonna offer a little entree, little offer here. BJ's restaurant and brew house receive a free chocolate chunk Pizuki. I'm guessing that's the type of cookie. I don't know. Bob Evans provide comforting meal. We'll be offering a special menu of 7 home style favorites available to veterans and active duty military. That was weird. Let's see. Buffalo Wild Wings. This is one of the bigger ones where I know most people get a Buffalo Wild Wings. Bubba Gump, I've seen you get a 20% off their meal. So basically the tip is covered. That's the best way of putting it for those. The tip is covered on if you go to Bubba Gump. Same thing if you go to Brick House Tavern and Tap, you get a 20% discount. See, but that's where a lot of them say it. They have a dine-in discount and not just a full-on discount. So that's why I say you gotta hold on, my phone about to. You gotta keep that in mind. That not all of them are gonna be. Some of them are gonna be dine-in. Some of them gonna be online. Buffalo Wild Wings, you can enjoy 10 free boneless wings and fries. I got a Buffalo Wild Wings here, so I know that place is going to be jam-packed with soldiers. Getting 10, they better stock up on wings, because I can already tell throughout the day they're gonna be like, look, man, we ran out of wings. We offering you a free something else, but we ran out of wings. So for Buffalo Wild Wings, it does say if ordering from a Buffalo Wild Wings Go location, available for walk-in orders placed at the counter only. So if you go to the counter and get something free, you can get 10 free boneless wings and fries. Boneless wings, I guess, is easier to make instead of the actual fries. So, but it's something, it's a benefit of veterans. You get that. It's not something that always happens, but you got the California Pizza Kitchen, which is not only in California, I believe, or is it just a California thing? Because if you put a name like California Pizza Kitchen, it's usually just California. Active duty receive a complimentary entree and drink from a Prix Fix menu. So basically, I guess they will have their own menu. And then on Veterans Day, we'll receive a buy one, get one coupon to thank them for the service. The coupon is for any pizza, pasta, or salad and is redeemable for a future visit between November 12th and November 25th. So basically, California Kitchen is offering you a complimentary drink and meal when you get there. And then you are receiving a coupon that you can use for later use after. But it has to be within the 12th and the 25th. Central Archie Restaurants. 14 different locations. They enjoy free entree. Chicken salad chick. Not Chick-fil-A. Or Chick-fil-A, or however y'all want to say it. I always mess that one up on purpose. Chicken salad chick, you get a free chicken meal or regular size and a regular size drink. Chili's. Most places have a Chili's. It's one of the bigger chains. Today and every day, we thank you. Our veterans and active military who define selfless service. We look forward to once again showing our gratitude with a free Veterans Day meal as a small way to honor your service and the sacrifices you made for our country. So you get a free meal. But remember, they all say you get a free meal, but there will be certain restrictions to certain things. You're not going to be able to, most of the time, you're not able to try to order the most expensive thing on the menu. Keep that in mind because I know some people are going to try it. CC's Pizza. Oh, CC's Pizza, you eat free. So you eat free at CC's Pizza. Show your ID, you eat free at CC's Pizza. Cracker Barrel. You get a complimentary sunrise pancake at Cracker Barrel. Nothing too crazy, but you get Cracker Barrel. You get a pancake. I don't know what the pancake special entails, but Crooked Pint offering a free meal. Choose from a classic Lucy bourbon cranberry salad, chicken pot pie, or hog heaven. Denny's. A lot of people like to go to Denny's, another one of those bigger chains. A complimentary original Grand Slam breakfast. And I believe the original Grand Slam breakfast brings a couple of things. Brings like bacon, pancakes, and stuff like that. So that one is always good too. So Denny's is good. For Dunkin' Donuts, you get a free donut. Just a free donut. Any donut, free donut. Take advantage of a free donut, y'all. It's a free donut. It was like you can't be mad at a free donut. The problem I have is this part right here. The while supplies last. Boy, I know how many veterans are gonna go get that. You're gonna tell me it's like while supplies last, you'll be able to get a donut while supplies last. An hour later, there's no donuts because all the veterans went and got the donut. So that's gonna happen. Farmers Boys, never heard of this one. Served with free big cheese. Only available on Monday. Limit one per service member with proof of service. So you get that, I guess. That's the one way of looking at it. You get a free big cheese. I don't know what Farmers Boys is, but that's another one that's there. Free Birds World Burrito, another one I've never heard of. But 50% off for military members on Veterans Day. All military members, veterans active duty, are invited to enjoy 50% off any order at Free Birds. Locations in store. So remember, in store. Freddy's. I got one of those, and I probably will go to Freddy's to eat for this one. All veterans and current military personnel will receive a meal card valid for any free combo meal of their choice. That's a free, bro. We gonna stock up tomorrow. This is the problem with Veterans Day for when they allow the active duty. Don't look. I'll say this. Don't be that command team that wants to do a damn height and weight Tuesday. Don't do that to your soldiers. Don't be the one. Don't be that guy. You know these people are gonna eat food. You know they're gonna get free food. Do not be that leadership that says, you know what? A good time for a height and weight is the day after Veterans Day when they just got free food. Because I know it's gonna happen. I know I'm waiting for the Army What the Fuck's post. I don't know what about the other services, but I'm waiting for the Army What the Fuck post to just be like, you know what? Height and weight tomorrow for all these people. There's gonna be somebody. It's gonna be somebody reporting it. You got Golden Corral. Once again, be honoring veterans with a free thank you meal. Any person who has served in the U.S. military retires. I'm not sure what. I'm gonna click on this one because what is a free meal? Is it like you just don't pay? Any person who has served in a free thank you dinner. We know that's possible. Children from yeah. Okay, so if you go to Golden Corral, the service member gets a free meal. So hey, if it's you and the spouse, go get yourself a free meal. You get yourself a free meal, and next thing you know, you just got to pay for the kids. That's it. Green Mill is offering a free two-topping personal pizza, a desert fire pasta, or a Western Mill burger or Cobb salad with chicken to all veterans. I don't think you get all of them. You get to pick one of one of them. Hamburger stand, you get a free hamburger. That's straight to the point. Houlihan's, we are offering 50% off these entrees for Veterans Day. Shrimp scampi, Houlihan's cheeseburger, whole grain veggie burger, meatloaf number 9, fish and chips, stuffed chicken breast, Heartland grilled chicken, and so 50% off. I know Houlihan's is a Houlihan's by me, so that's gonna be, I don't know, but I hear they're pretty pricey. I don't know. Hooters, really? You're expecting them not to have something? Um, purchase with a purchase of a beverage may order one free meal from. So that's crazy. The special menu includes five of Hooters select entrees: a 10-piece boneless wings, Hooters burger, grilled chicken sandwich, buffalo chicken sandwich, or buffalo chicken salad. But you still have to make a purchase. That's crazy to me. I was like, we're gonna honor you, but you're gonna pay me first. Like, in order for you to get this honoring, you need to make a payment for me. You need to buy a drink, and then we'll give you something free. That's kind of crazy because it's like y'all not really trying to do. Y'all trying to re up and recoup some of the money there, and that's kind of that's crazy. But hey, at least they're offering something, I guess, right? IHOP. That's another one's gonna be crazy. Veterans and active duty military enjoy free red, white, and blue pancake combo. Simple. From 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. In and Out Burger, by offering a complimentary meal including any burger, fries, and beverage on In and Out Burger's menu. Complimentary. So you get complimentary from In and Out Burger. And that I believe is a West Coast thing. In and Out Burger, I believe, is a West Coast thing. I haven't seen one on the East Coast. So that's something you can take advantage of in and Out Burger. Joe's Crab Shack, you get 20% off their meal. So basically you don't the tip is covered, basically. So whatever they were gonna charge you, just give that way to that in tip. Thank them for their service. I don't know. It's always weird when we have to answer that thank you service. It was like, I thank you, I guess. Like, thanks. Sure. Or what is it? What is it that I've been seeing a lot of people be like, hey, well, here's my cash app, or like leaving a tip. They have like the tip thing on their phone. It's just like, oh, thank you for my service, and then they show them the tip thing. It's just like, I was like, bro, no. What do we have? Joe's Crab Shack, 20% off. Lamar's Donuts and Coffee. That looks like it's a smaller chain, but probably possibly certain areas and certain locations have that. Um, we have Little Caesars. Receive a free lunch combo. That's not bad. You go to Little Caesars, get a free lunch combo. Little Caesars is pretty good anyway for the price anyway. So if it's a free lunch combo, it's probably like one of those little small pies and maybe like breadsticks or something like that. Hey, that's a win. That's a win. If you telling me. Logan's Roadhouse. That sounds like a smaller chain. Never really heard of it. You enjoy one free meal. Max and Irma's. Enjoy 25% off of your entire table on Monday. So basically, they're saying that you will get a 25% off. That's the highest one so far. So 25% off if you go to Max and Ernest when you bring the family. So the whole plate, basically the whole table gets 25% off. So I'm not sure if they're doing that. Like when they say 20% for the other ones, is it just 20% for the veteran and then everybody else pays regular price, or is it 20% of the whole ticket? Because this one is clarifying it like, yeah, it's the entire table. So whoever sits down is getting this 25%. McCormick and Schmicks. So Gold Star spouses and active military to enjoy. Well, everybody can enjoy half-priced entree on November 10th. That's today. They're not even doing it on the actual day. They're doing it today. So if you have a McCormick and Schmicks, you can get a half-priced entree. Menchie's frozen yogurt, you get the first 6 ounce of Froyo free. A first 6 ounce. So frozen yogurt, you get a free one, 6 ounce one. So the small one. Metro Diner, honoring Veterans Day, is offering 50% off to active and retired military with Villa ID and 10% off their meal year round. See, now that's something that I appreciate. Cause it's like, look, on Veterans Day, you're gonna pay half price for Metro Diner. Throughout the rest of the year, you always get 10% off. The same way I know Freddy's does that. Freddy's always has it because they are a service member. Freddy is a organization that's run by that it was created by a veteran. So that one I understand. They always give a discount all year round. So this one is pretty good. That it's like, hey, come into the diner. You're gonna get 50% there. Happy Veterans Day weekend to you too, my brother. We just here going over the different all the different all the different discounts that we're going through, all these different places. A lot of these places I never heard of, but hey, if y'all got one around y'all know now. What do we got? We got 99. Never heard of that one either. Oh no, I missed. Did I miss? Oh yeah, I missed Mission BBQ. For our veterans, please let us thank you with a free sandwich. So Mission BBQ is giving out a free sandwich. 99 is giving purchase an entree and you receive a free lunch. I'm not a fan of those. I'm seriously not a fan of those. That is just like, look, we're going to give you something, but you got to buy something first. I'm not a fan. That's not really like a discount. It's just like you're not really giving anything to the veteran if they have to make sure to pay for something in order to receive said benefit. That's kind of like contradictory to at least that's the way I see it. It's cool, yeah, they're giving a free lunch, but you have to purchase the entree. Most likely that entree is going to be worth more than what the free lunch is actually worth. I could be wrong. I don't know their prices. We'll check it out. See, this is the thing. So here, you get a free lunch. So baked shrod, 13.99. So, yep, we went over that one, Mike. We went over that Buffalo Wild Wings. There's a bunch more though. You gotta remember, you can make this a Thanksgiving dinner thing. You can, stop at the first place, then go to the next place, and just because some of them allow you to do like takeout orders. Because for Buffalo Wild Wings, you could do that as a takeout order. So you can go, but you have to order at the Buffalo Wild Wings, and you can get the 10-piece. I believe it's 10-piece and fries, and then you can just order and walk out with it. So you could do that, and then just go to the next place and just look. I know a bunch of soldiers when I was in there. We would do that shit. We would just go to different locations and we just stock up, and we would have food for at least that week. Right there, just like lined up in our fridge because we went to Applebee's, then we went to the Chili's. The only problem was it's just like you got so many people going to these places that the line is pretty long or the wait time was long. And then it was just like some places was just like, hey, we ran out of the shit people were getting. So Charlie's, free entree from the veteran from 11 a.m. to 4 a.m. Options are tenders and fries, classic cheeseburger, honey drizzle, southern fried chicken tender salad, shrimp or grits. Or for $10, get the Louisiana sirloin. So basically, I'm not sure how much this Louisiana sirloin is. Let's see if we can find the menu. Does it show the Louisiana sirloin? Louisiana sirloin doesn't tell you the price. Ain't that something? We're going to hit Texas Roadhouse here. On Veterans Day, we are honored to offer free meals to veterans, and they just kept it simple. But then, like I said, this is something for these are all discounts and stuff like that that the main chain is offering. So basically, this is like a blanket thing across the companies. Now, if you are at a specific location, each location may have something extra or different. Remember, they're managed differently. This is something that is just like, hey, we are providing this across all our locations, but certain locations may have something extra, may have something different. So you like with yours, they're offering vouchers for another day. This one for Texas Roadhouse, it just basically says, what does it say? They're just free meals. So Olive Garden will offer each veteran and current member of the military who dines with us a free entree. Free entree. On the border, you will receive a free pick two combo meal, dine in only. And that's where it's like you have to dine in. So you have to sit down and eat it. Or for most, it might be, see, and then it says it here, participating locations only. So it specifies, it's like, hey, this isn't across the board, everybody's getting it. It's just like, we're doing it for these people. For another year, Red Robin, a free meal and bottomless hospitality. Bottomless hospitality, that's what y'all going with? Okay. We'll let y'all slide for that one. We will let it slide for that one. We'll see how that one goes. Then you got we got Red Lobster. For Red Lobster, you get free veterans shrimp and chips. You need to show proof of service. Like Annette said earlier, most of the time, if you have your state ID and you have that veteran designation on there, that should suffice as proof of service because it's on your driver's license. Or since you're a veteran and you've gone through the VA, most likely you can just use your VA ID card and that'll show that you're a veteran also. And you can use that to show proof of service for them. Rock and Brews is a location. I've never heard of this one. But this one is veterans, first responders, and members of the armed forces. You get a free strawberry field salad or pulled pork sandwich at participating locations. So you get that at Rock and Brews. Never heard of Rock and Brews. They're a Facebook thing too. So most of these are like I said, some of these things are designated across the board. Some of them are big chains, some of them are smaller chains. This is just the information that the American Legion is providing basically for all the discounts and stuff that they are associating and know about for veterans for tomorrow. Like we already just went over one of them that is actually doing the Veterans Day thing today, and they're gaining those discounts today. Maybe they don't operate on Mondays. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Sonic, you can sip on half price shakes in any size and any flavor, including both classic and master shakes. So you get a half price shake on Sonic. Sonic is pretty good with their shakes, so the fact that you can get a full size one half price is good. If you use the Sonic app, you can get half price cherry limeade. So I don't know if that'll work too, because that's the thing. Most of these is like dine in, but Sonic isn't a dine in thing. You got to stay there. Is Popeyes on the list? I did not see Popeyes. Nope, no Popeyes. Did not see Popeyes. Popeyes is not on here, Mike. It's not on here. But like I said, this is the American Legion version of it. There's two different sites that I saw that have the same thing for discounts for veterans. The other one was the American Legion has it. militarytimes.com has another list, and then military.com also has another listing of all the stuff. This is the American Legion. That's the reason I chose the American Legion to go over all this information is because of the fact that the American Legion has a lot of these corporations donate to the American Legion. So they have partnerships with a lot of these places. So that's why I wanted to go over this one, because this one, it's a bigger known organization. So they have a lot of connections to it. Because some of these that I've gone over so far, I've never even heard of. Like Rock and Brews, never heard of it. Has anybody heard of Rock and Brews? I know everybody's heard of Red Lobster. That's an easy one. But Rock and Brews, never heard of it. And they're offering a free strawberry field salad or pulled pork sandwich at participating locations. And you can only dine in. That's a little thing where they get you. You have to dine in to get the discount. Yes, and that is also correct. If you ask, it doesn't hurt to ask. It's funny. It's funny because like when we would go shopping and stuff, and I go shopping with my wife and stuff, and she'd be like, "Do y'all take military discount?" And she'd be like, "Hey, come here, show him your card." It's just like it just be funny because it's just like I'm like, damn, I'm like I'm just getting used for my benefits here. Um, but it'd be funny because it's just like she's the one. I never like most veterans don't bother to ask when it comes to like, hey, do you have military discount? A lot of us just like we don't give a shit. We're still gonna pay for it regardless of what it is. So it's just like we're gonna pay, but it's just like, you know what? Do y'all offer these discounts? I was just like when I go shopping for stuff, it's just like it depends on where you go. But most of the time, veterans are not gonna be the first to be like, y'all got a discount for this? I was like, do y'all give? Yeah, you do all the time. Okay. I'm not saying not all, but a lot like me, it never like bothered. I never like really bothered to do it because it's just like this is something because the thing is I think it bothered me more when I would go into places and people would be like, nah, we don't offer any military discount. But like, bro, you in a military town. And you mean to tell me y'all don't offer a military discount? Like that would just be crazy to me. It would just be crazy to me. It was just like y'all in a military town and y'all don't offer military discount. Like y'all know how much more y'all would probably make if y'all did offer it, because the soldiers are probably gonna come in and shop more because it's just like, oh, they got a discount. Might not be much, but it's something. That little difference of 10% goes a long way. Like you said, yeah, you could give that as the tip and you give that to the waiter. No, not necessarily. I wouldn't say it's only women that do it, and that I think all people, a lot of veterans do it. But the thing is depending on some people are resourceful like that, some are not. Me, if it comes to flights, like I think it's like certain situations where I use it at. If it's for me to take a flight somewhere, if I'm taking a flight anywhere, if I'm taking a flight anywhere, hey bro, y'all offer discounts. Y'all offer discounts for these bags. These bags is pricey, man. Just like you're charging me a lot for these bags. Do I get a discount for these bags? And then some places will just be like, oh, this is only for active duty. So fuck me, right? Got it. Y'all don't care about me now. Got it. We'll leave it at that. I forget which one is it that does it. I think that's is it United? I think United does that. They're just like, oh, we give compliment, or it's only like when you're on orders. Do you know Doom 64? What is Doom 64? The video game? I can't find one Chinese restaurant that offers discounts for a free person. No, what? Didn't we go? I thought we went over one that was a Chinese. No, they weren't Chinese, though. I don't think it was a Chinese place. That's crazy. That's crazy, Mike. To realize. They'd be like, you know what, Chinese food, you ain't getting no discounts. You ain't getting a damn thing. I didn't even realize it. Yes, I do know the game. Yeah, from what I've seen, I haven't seen anything like that. I have not seen anything on this list, Mike. Now that you bring that up, that is pretty funny though. That's funny that not one Chinese restaurant does offer it. I'm gonna ask I'm gonna ask whatchamacallit. I have a couple of restaurants. I have a couple of Chinese restaurants here. And I'm gonna ask them if they do something like that. That'll be interesting if I go over there. I'm gonna ask them. I was like, "Do y'all offer discounts on Veterans Day?" They'll be like, "Nah, bro. You you break, you buy. Well, you order, you buy. But let's see. But that's funny that you mentioned that. That I've never realized that. I have not realized that. Hey, we did some things. I can't be accountable for all those things. But it is interesting that they do not offer any discounts to veterans. Not that I've seen. Not even Like Panda Express ain't even on here. It's not really Chinese food, but it is kind of Chinese food. But Panda Express isn't even on here. All right, what do we have? Where we at? So Sonic is just basically you can get half price shakes, stands, which is in Washington D.C. So basically, this one specifies it's in Washington D.C. Free entrees. Starbucks, here we goes. This is the one that everybody's gonna go crazy on. The Starbucks discount. This Veterans Day, Starbucks is honoring those who have served with a free tall 12-ounce brewed coffee, hot or iced, for veterans and military spouses, but at participating U.S. Starbucks stores and licensed locations. So basically, when they say that with the Starbucks, is like, yeah, you'll get the free coffee, but it has to be. Most of the time, they make it that you have to be in that designated actual Starbucks store. Like you have places I know, like Target, that has like that little small Starbucks in there. They may not offer it in there because they're not a designated location. So keep that in mind, and don't be upset at the at the Starbucks cashier when you try to be like, "Hey, I'm a veteran. Do I get this for free?" And they be like, "Nah, you paying for this." So just keep that in mind. Not every location offers something. Some do, some don't. Keep that in mind. Tap House Grill, all active and retired, eat free. So if you have a Tap House Grill and you know of a Tap House Grill, you can go eat for free. Texas Roadhouse is honored and offering free meals. Like I said, a lot of these places will offer free meals, but you have to be at the location and you have to ask the location, what is it that I am getting for free? Because sometimes they say free meals, and sometimes it may be, hey, you are getting a complimentary free meal on everything you ordered. Sometimes it's like, hey, you can get a free entree. Sometimes you can get a free appetizer. So make sure you're just asking, but at the same time, it's still something being offered to you for your service. So, hey, I appreciate that. Like I said, the one I do have a problem with is that I have to buy something to receive something. That defeats the whole purpose of actually thanking us. Uno's Pizzeria and Grill. Those like to say past and present with a free entree at Uno. And that is bring in your military ID on November 11th and your meal is on us. So basically you get the free entree at Uno's Pizzeria and Grill. Wiener Schnitzel. I don't know where that one is. Definitely German, but I haven't heard of that place. You get a free chili dog, small fries, and a soda. So basically, you get like a little combo on Wiener Schnitzel to go there. Tomorrow. White Castle. I wish I had a damn White Castle around here. Yes, they have that, and that's the other thing. We're offering you a free meal off of our special menu. So they make a special menu just for that, and it's not most of the stuff that you get there. Area for runners, they say you eat. That's why I said that. And every year, yeah. And it's just like most places don't offer it. Some places, like you got to remember, some places they're still a business and they just don't offer discounts, which I understand. But the thing is if you have a military community or you have a community of like military service members or veterans and stuff like that, and it's a pretty decent sized community, it would be smart to just acknowledge that and at least give that discount. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, like even 5% or 10%. Usually it's 10%. And have that. That's still going to bring you clientele because, well, as long as the food is good also. I'm not going to say people are just going to show up because they want to. Because they're just going to, but it's a benefit for a person to have, like, hey, you have this available to you, you can use it. Here's a 10% discount. Thank you for your service. That's it. Nothing crazy, and it's year round. See, the good thing is with this one is it has the retail also. So White Castle will serve its sliders in specially designed patriotic packaging. The front of the slider box features red and white and stripes beneath the White Castle logo. The side of the box features 50 white stars on a navy blue background. Veterans are encouraged to visit their complimentary meal. So you get a complimentary a free individual combo meal or a breakfast combo meal to all veterans, and yours gets a little nice, cool little packaging, which is probably going to get greased up anyway. But it's a cool little packaging, just their way of basically saying like it's a special day, so we got special packaging. I don't really see many other companies doing that, so that's cool. At least that there's just like, look, we got funding specifically for, hey, on this day we are going to provide veterans with at least a little different packaging just to say thank you. Like, here's a red, white, and blue encasing. That's cool. Wendy's, you get a free small breakfast combo. I'm telling you, I'm not buying nothing tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning is just gonna be free breakfast meals. I'm going out. I don't know. I always say that, and then I never go out to any of these places. I did it more while in service. I'll say outside of service, I don't really take advantage of it. And it's just like it's there, but it's awkward at times. And then, like Annette was saying earlier, you around so many damn people at times. It's just like, look, these locations, the locations that offer a lot of these benefits are going to be jam packed. They're going to be packed with soldiers, veterans, trying to get that free meal. Like I said, I did it when I was a soldier. Everybody, we grouped up in the car. Everybody went. We got to a place. We got that free entree at one location. I round up, go to the next location, get whatever was free. Go to the next location. And you had at least food. You tried to get as much food as possible to try to save you till Thanksgiving break. If you were going home or not. But I made a 3-piece burger with plenty of fries and lots of. They didn't have Church's chicken here. They didn't have it here. And see, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's just like with a lot of places, you got to just make sure to go and ask. Because the thing is not all locations are represented online, and not all of them publicize it. Not every location is publicizing. Like, this is through the American Legion, and they publicize some of it, but not all these discounts are like out there in the open for everybody to get. And then also sometimes the size of the chain goes into account, because some of these places, like large places, you know what I didn't see? I didn't see McDonald's. I did not see McDonald's. Maybe they do have something, but on this list, McDonald's isn't on here. And McDonald's is a big ass chain, so they don't have anything on here. So that's interesting to me. See, and now we are going into the retail stores. So these are the retail stores where you can get discounts and stuff through retail. So it's no longer food. You ain't only getting food. But remember, some of these will be through ID Me, because I've already seen that. Some of them like lawsuit due to their onions. What happened with the onions in it? A lawsuit to the onions, that can't mean you can't give me a veteran sandwich. Can't give me a free Big Mac. That shouldn't have anything to do with it. If you're getting a lawsuit because you miss cooking something, I still want my free Big Mac in it. I don't care. I want a free Big Mac. Even though the Big Macs have gotten smaller as I've gotten older, or I've just gotten bigger and they feel smaller. Because before I used to eat one Big Mac and I was stuffed. Now I eat a Big Mac and I was like, I need a second one. But that's just me. Academy Sports. If you don't have an Academy Sports, I do have an Academy Sports by me, and I'm about to make a purchase. So, with Academy Sports, from October 20th to November 11th, Academy will give a discount to military and first responders, and you take a 10% off your entire purchase online or in store. If you are purchasing weapons, if you are purchasing outdoor gear, if you are purchasing sneakers, grills, stuff like that, Academy does have a bunch of stuff. And interesting. But if you are going to Academy Sports, they are offering an extra 10% off your entire purchase. Most of the time, like I said, you will have to create an ID Me.com, which I will show y'all. ID.me. This is ID.me. Literally, that's all you type into your Google search. ID.me. That's the logo right there on the side. You use that. Your digital identity wallet, you can use it. You just got to log in. Gotta make this smaller so people can see it better. So ID me right there. You log in, sign in. There's different methods to sign in. When you sign in with ID me, you can do that. It verifies you. It asks you if you're a human. I already have my information in there. You get your text, call, however you want to sign in. I'll do the text. Where my phone at? Oh, I'm on my phone. You log in. And here basically it has it like for government. It has different stuff. But if you go to shop, it basically gives you all these different options. So these are the discount types. Hold on, I gotta move this over. So these are the discount types that they have and they offer. So basically you can be an ID member, just being a member. You can be military, a nurse, a responder, a teacher, a student, a medical professional, or government professional, and you can just click in on any one of those that you fall into, that you can provide, identification and show what's going on. You click on all of those and you hit apply. Once you do that, it'll give you all the different discounts and popular offers for you. So in the case of like, hey, TurboTax, when it comes to filing taxes, this one is difficult to show because it's like a different thing. So TurboTaxes, you got Verizon, you got Under Armour, which is providing a 40% off for military. Expedia.com has 8% off for select hotels. You got Legoland, free ticket for military. Hey, go to Legoland for free. Adidas has, hold on, what's Adidas? Adidas has 40% off full price items and sale items to use. You got Legoland, you got Dell, you got Tesla, military purchase program. You got Sunday ticket. So in season discount, it's only $98, $89. Not much vital. Always going over just the different discounts now that through ID me you can sign up. Samsung, you get up to 30% off. Figs, Expedia, 8% off. These are the things, but you have all these that go. Hey, you like Crocs? You get 50% off, 15% off on Crocs if you go and purchase it through Crocs. StubHub, Lowe's, they got Sam's Club for joining Sam's Club. They got Verizon, save more with veteran discounts. So basically, if you go through ID me, these are all different things you'll be able to purchase, all different things you'll be able to find, all different things that are available to you. Just got to go through there and register through it. Like I said, for most, you can go about it doing it. What website is this? ID.me. So just go to Google and you can put ID. Should be able to click on that. Yep, and it takes you right to it. You go to that link and that'll open it up for you so that you can use and you can get multiple discounts. Like I said, ID me works for service members, military, nurses, first responders, so police officers, fire department, teachers, nurses, medical professionals, all that stuff. They have different discounts for each entity. If you fall under all those categories with the job you do or possible jobs you can do, even for students, if you're a student, you can get extra benefits that way and you can get extra stuff. Some of them have it as a cash discount, so sometimes they give you a cash back instance and sometimes they don't. So it depends on how you go about it, because some of it will be a cash back where you'll be able to get cash back. So you get basically cash back on your purchases, because some locations offer massive discounts, some do not. But they basically see it as, hey, if you still purchase through here, through ID me, you can get cash back on your purchase, and then that cash back can be used through ID me to make purchases. So it's basically like a cash back program, like how some credit cards have it, like, hey, you get 1% back or whatever the case. With ID me, they have different ones. So like here, gives you for contacts direct, you get 8% cash back on a purchase. You get 20% off any order plus free shipping and there. But then if you click on it, it'll give you more options and it gives you different options for you to use. So basically, it is not specifically just the cash back. It could be specifically for certain things that they give a different discount for. So it's always good to sign up for ID Me. You have to verify through the military or through whatever perspective one you have, but you have to create a login through DS Logon or any other source. You can use it, and it's a free benefit you can use. You don't have to pay to use that, and you get all the benefits from it. So always a good thing to do that. Then you go AutoNation. The exclusive 20% discount is open to all veterans and spouses. Acceptable forms of verification to receive discount. LES, an ID card, DD-214 certificate, release or discharge from active duty. Black Rifle Coffee, you get 50% off your first order with a subscription and ID Me verification. See, there we already go. It's already showing that through ID Me, you can do that. Casey's, got Casey's around me, is offering a free size complimentary coffee or fountain drink to all veterans. Casey's extending the same offer year-round to active duty service uniformed first responders, including law enforcement. So this is a year-round thing. You get a free complimentary coffee or fountain drink. I didn't know that. I go to Casey's all the damn time. I get my gas through there sometimes. I did not know that was a free coffee. So every time I could have gone and filled thing, I could have gotten a free coffee. You know what that is? The more you know, man. The more you know. Great clips. So every year, I service and get a free haircut or a free haircut card for a future visit. So if you're a service member or veteran, be sure to stop by a salon on Veterans Day so we can thank you. Second, if you're a non-military customer, you can visit a salon and receive a free haircut card to give to a service member or veteran as a way of saying thank you. So basically, great clips. If you have any one of those around you, you can go get a free haircut. They did a decent haircut the one time I went there, but different texture hair. Sometimes it's difficult to find barbers in certain areas. But it's a free haircut. Service member, get a free haircut. Hopefully they don't jack your shit up and then you get ridiculed for the next week or two while your hair is growing back. But hey, it's a free haircut. Who doesn't like free stuff? Hy-Vee. Stores roll out the red carpet. Woohoo. You get a free fresh breakfast at Hy-Vee. I don't know what that entails. What does it say? Veterans breakfast. So this is what a veteran, you get coffee, eggs, sausage, bacon, and biscuits. That don't look half bad at all. See, I got a free haircut Tuesday. Hey, well. Hey, so Annette and Mike, if y'all still there, Abdil is joining the military tomorrow. So Abdil is going to become a service member tomorrow. So that's going to be something special because it's just like he's going to become a service member on Veterans Day. Pretty cool way to go into it. Like, hey, I'm going to become a veteran on Veterans Day. Doesn't always happen like that. It's pretty cool. It's like a memorable day. Like, hey, I joined on Veterans Day. That's not something that most people get to. I can assure you not everybody gets to say that. I'm becoming a service member on Veterans Day. So that's always a cool thing. Yeah, you're going to get a free haircut. You ain't going to like it either. You ain't going to have no shape up, no line up, nothing. Annette, I think he's going to be better prepared. I've known Abdil for some time now. We've been gaming together for quite some time now. And I already told him if he has any questions, all he got to do is ask. All he has to do is ask through the process, while being in the military, any questions he may have, stuff like that. If he got any questions, he has nothing to worry about. He could just ask. Rack Room Shoes. Never heard of it. Military personnel can present their valid ID receive a 10% discount on in-store purchases every Tuesday and a 20% discount every Memorial Day, Independence Day, and Veterans Day. But this is in-store purchases. Like I said, some of these places are just like in-store. ID me, you can shop online and do it. And then certain websites do that. I've told him the best. I've told him, I've explained the best I can whatever he's asked. He'll have more questions once he's in, but I told him to take advantage of his tuition assistance while in and get his degree, or at least work towards his degree, and then have his GI Bill to use and the VRE program to use afterwards also, so that he can probably get his degree done, use the VRE to get his bachelor's or master's, and then, hey, maybe try to get use the GI Bill for a PhD or for any other schooling or certification. There's a lot of benefits to it. It's just knowing how to use them. And the more, if I would have known a bunch of that beforehand, I would have been done with school. He's going to enlist it. He's going to enlist it. If he would have done, if I would have known half of the stuff I would have known now, I would have been so far ahead in life right now. I would have been even further ahead in life right now if I would have known all the stuff while going into service. If I would have known about using my tuition assistance all the time, and stuff like that. So it's just like, I just wish I had known more info. Like, damn, I could have gotten school paid for a lot earlier. I started doing it later in my career when I could have been doing it earlier in my career. He'll get there. He'll probably commission as an officer. Just got to let him get through school, get his bachelor's done, and then officer it is. You got the green to gold. You got the green to gold active duty. Yeah. The green to gold active duty, I think, is the better one because you still get paid your wage. Basically, you still get your paycheck while going to school. The only thing is difficult because it's different stipulations. Because right now with my graduate courses, one of my cohorts is going green to gold and he's doing the active duty thing. So if you have questions towards that, I got somebody. So, and he's going through the process right now, and we in class together. We both graduate this coming May. So that, like, the resources are building. I'll say we'll keep on building more resources. We'll keep on making connections and trying to get more people, so that way, we have resources for veterans to reach out to. Like I said, it's just people that know the stuff. Nobody's gonna tell you how to do this stuff. Is basically we're gonna show you how to better yourself and better understand your entitlements and your benefits. I'm not here to try to tell you do this and do this to get to this percentage. No, it's do this and do this, like, because this will probably help your claim, kind of thing. Well, we're just gonna build the roster of people and do it that way, but it's not gonna be to just straight up tell you this is the best way to get to 100%. I don't. That's not on me. If you go through the code step, I got you. What's the code step in that? You want to elaborate on that? I'm not sure what that one is. I have not heard the code step one, but that's what it is here. The website, I have started on the website, so the website has the bare bones structure is up for the website. Let me see if it actually populates. Let me see. I don't think it's up yet. Service unavailable. It's still not up yet. But it's basically the bare bones. Well, if I spelt it right too. There we go. So it is there. It's just basically, I don't know why it's published. Should it be published? Oh no, this is because I'm still going through the thing. But this is basically what the website is gonna look like so far. We're gonna change it. I'm just basically setting it up. But we got the contact information, basically to reach out. any info. I got to make changes. This is, like I said, this is just a bare bones site. We are not fully running yet, but this is basically what we have, and this is how we're gonna do it. Record brief is just basically the about me page. The newsletter will be posted here. Store we'll start working on, because we have a spring launcher merchandise stuff. You go to the middle, you get a medical degree and you want to go to University of Health Services and Bethesda. Okay. There you go, DFC. There you go. Making connections. That's the whole thing to this. That's why I love doing these, because you make connections with people that know and have other resources that I don't have the privilege of knowing all that well. But there we go. Now we got a net. And then there's the store, the podcast, which is the Cruise Talks podcast, which we're gonna get more people on there. Mike and Annette, I'm gonna ask y'all one of these days to join in and have a conversation on these podcasts. I want to start having actual veterans on here, so that way we can start giving like actual stories and stuff like that of just different service members of all over. So I'll figure that out. I've been saying that for a while, but it's just like doing this and that. It's just like crazy. And then we got the resources, where this one is going to be like VA forms. I still got to fill it out. But like I said, this is like the bare bones stuff. I just basically created it. I just got to keep on working on the stuff to like finalize it. And once it's finalized, we'll publish it out and we'll make sure everybody knows that it's up and running. But at least that's the bare minimum stuff is up, and that's what we're going to use as the website. And that'll have like the consultation stuff for people to add into, schedule a consultation, the free hour consultation, and just do that and provide any other services, have forms, have documents, have examples of stuff, just so that basically it is a all encompassing web link and website that'll give people the ability to go click on the Veteran Awareness Project link and be able to find any resource that they need. And then, like I said, this is going to be an updating page, and it's going to keep on growing and growing. I just need to set the bare bones stuff and have it like that. Then we'll change the theme up a bit, maybe to coincide more with how I have the newsletter prepared, and then we'll just do it that way. But that's y'all got the sneak peek. I got the sneak peek at the website. So that's what we're basically doing. We're trying to do big things. It's just I'm doing it on my own, so it takes time. But let's see. So we got Rack Room. We did that. Red Roof Inn. Yeah, 15% savings from October 11th to the 14th. So you get a discount in Red Roof Inn. So you need that hotel. Get a 15% discount. Sleep Number. You get an additional 10% off if you need a mattress. Hey, it's that time. If you're a military service member or dependent, hey, it's time to upgrade that mattress. Sleep Number got you. At least 10% off. That shit goes a long way. So keep that in mind. If you need a new mattress, do it. Just like do it. We did sports clips already. They will launch the in-store Help a Hero fundraiser from October 6th to November 16th. And participating stores will offer free haircuts for veterans and active duty. So they'll offer it there, but I guess they have a program where it's just like to build a fundraiser for veterans also. The Super 8 by Wyndham, you get 15% off at the best available rate at Wyndham. So that's another hotel if you're traveling or something. Take advantage of that. I know a lot of people tend to travel for Thanksgiving. So that's something that, hey, if you are a service member, push this out to active duty service members also. Because a lot of these benefits are not just only for veterans, they are for active duty. If for active duty you can get a hotel stay and you're going to go travel, see some family, you're going to go somewhere, it's saved money. Target, all military personnel, veterans, and their families can score a very rare 2-time use Target store-wide 10% discount. Plus, if you're a Target Circle card holder, you'll get an extra 5% and free shipping off this Target bonus. To receive this on, create Target, verify your military status, and you can use that bonus there. So Target is offering basically a discount, 10% that you can use, I guess, twice, and then you'll get an extra 5% off if you actually have the Target card. So that's always a welcome benefit there. Tractor Supply. Guess that explains it. You get 10% off First Responders Day and Veterans Day. When is First Responders Day? I'm not sure when that. Hold on. First Responders Day. First Responders Day is October 28th. So we just passed that shit. I didn't even know it was there. And it started in 2017. First Responders Day is October 28th. It's not something that pops up on your Google Calendar either. So that's a new one. First Responders Day. Probably should add that to the calendar. Let me see. That's my calendar. October 28th. That's always something good to have, so I can have a note of it. Repeat this yearly. So First Responders Day is there. So we have that track now. So now we know it's First Responders Day. All right, where we at? Then you got Walgreens. Walgreens is offering 20% off regular price. Yeah. On that note, Walgreens is offering 20% off of regular price eligible store items at any Walgreens or Dwayne Reed drugstore. So if you go to Dwayne Reed, I can't even, or Walgreens, you get a 20% off. So now they have for attractions for the 9/11 Memorial and Museum, Thursday, November 7th through Monday, the 11th. The memorial will host a series of events and tributes. That is, if you are in New York City or in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, any of those surrounding areas. Bet Nation, what up, my man? If you are going to go there, the 9/11 Memorial is reserving free tickets for that. So that's the museum and the memorial. You go in there, you pay for it. If you go, it's free. You do that. Hey, appreciate you becoming a member, Vet Nation. Hey, Vet, I do these on YouTube too. On YouTube is just a better visual because I can show you the actual screen. TikTok is just like a simple thing. Link is in the bio. But on YouTube, it's easier for you to see everything I'm actually showing on screen. I can't do that off the phone on TikTok, so it makes it kind of difficult at times. But TikTok, I just try to do it to show people and talk. If they're interested and they want more information, slide on over to the YouTube, subscribe, like, and I appreciate you. What do we got? We got the Children's Museum of Indianapolis. So clearly, Indianapolis. If you're there, join and you go on Veterans Day. Oh, so the Veterans Day appreciation already passed. So never mind that one. It was a 20% off for additional members and free for veterans. But that was yesterday, Saturday. The Cincinnati Zoo, you get in for free. Remember, some locations in some states and some cities already have a free admission into these locations. So you will get free admission into some national parks. Most of the time you get for free. Sometimes you have to do like a registry service for it or something like that. Free hunting, free fishing license, stuff like that. Those are stuff that you can still get and obtain through there. Colonial Williamsburg, free admission to Colonial Williamsburg from the 8th through the 11th. Country Music Hall of Fame in Nashville, you get free admission tomorrow. Harley Davidson Museum in Milwaukee. They will get receive free admission to the HD Museum along with one adult guest and up to 4 children can go in for free at the Country Music Hall of Fame in Nashville. Harley Davidson Museum. No, no, that's for the Harley Davidson Museum that you get free admission into the museum with one guest and 4 children. So you can basically take your whole family. If you got extra kids, just it's probably a little waiver instead of paying for 6 people. So that's always a good thing. To make the day even more special, we're offering a complimentary meal up to $15 for veterans and active duty. So basically, the veteran will get a $15 free, I guess you could say like a free voucher when they get that. So that's also a benefit there. Indianapolis Zoo, you receive $2 off of general admission, good up to 4 tickets, so you can save $8. Knott's Berry Farm, Buena Park, California. So if you're in Cali, you get tickets purchased online for $25, or you receive discounted admission. Thomas Jefferson Monticello, Charlottesville, Virginia. You basically get from the 9th to the 11th. So you got today and tomorrow. You get free admission. You get a grounds pass. The discount does not apply for special or after hours tours. So during the tour, you can do that. Same thing for the James Madison one in Montpelier Station, Virginia. A free 1-day property pass to the grounds. George Washington's Mount Vernon, Virginia. Same thing, free day pass basically to go and do the sightseeing thing. Greater Des Moines, which is Iowa, veterans offer a complimentary general admission to active and retired members from the 9th to. Oh, that one already passed because it was on the 9th. So, Nashville Zoo was for Sunday. That's today. So if you make it out to Nashville Zoo, you want a free admission, you would do that. But this one would have been nice to be able to do. The National Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown. The Hall of Fame will offer all military veterans free admission through the month of November with proof of veteran status. Special programs will be held through the day on November 11th. Active duty and 20-year career retired military service receive free museum admission year round. I don't like the fact that it's just 20 years, just like you retired. But it's their thing. They get to do what they want. It's a national pastime, right? Everybody should get the same advantage. National parks. To remember our veterans, and you get in for free November 11th. So that's national parks. That's all countrywide, so everybody gets the same benefits off of that. World War I Museum in Kansas City. Damn, if I would have known, I would have gone this weekend. Free general admission for veterans, active duty, half price general admission for the public during Veterans Day. So Veterans Day, you can go, you join. If you're in the Kansas City area, I'm in Kansas, so that's a drive, but I didn't know about it, or else I would have probably planned to do something like that. You get free admission into the National World War I Museum. In New Orleans, with the National World War II Museum, served our country and whose sacrifices we must never forget, held in partnership with the City of New Orleans and Mayor's Military Advisory Committee. This annual ceremony helps to share. So it's like a ceremony, and you can register to be a part of it. You got the North Carolina Zoo, free admission to military personnel from the 9th through the 15th. So this one is giving you the full week to basically go to North Carolina Zoo, which North Carolina has a bunch of bases on there. So makes sense. The Football Hall of Fame in Ohio will host its annual Veterans Day event and expo. This day will include free admission to service members, National Guard and veteran, plus one guest. Free admission for Blue Star mothers and Gold Star families, a free commemorative Veterans Day pin while supplies last, and 20% discount at the Hall of Fame store for these groups. So that's for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. San Antonio Zoo, in November, they honor veterans. They get free admission into the zoo. Plus, up to 4 immediate family members can receive 50% off. So you get to go to the zoo, and you get 50% off on anybody else that goes with you. So That's cost effective because you're paying half price for everybody. Six Flags California, you get a free admission. So everybody, if you're in California and you buy the Discovery Kingdom, take advantage of it. Go on the roller coasters for free. Six Flags in Georgia, on November 9th, 10th, 16th, and 17th, we are proud to offer free park admission for all veterans and active duty. So basically, they're making it on the weekend, which remember, on the weekends, most of the time when you go to any of these theme parks, it is packed. It is jam packed, but you got in for free. So depending, and you got to remember, nowadays the weather is changing and it is getting cooler. So you may have the ability to take advantage of this stuff there. So let me see. Let's share. Wow, why did it give me so many options? Copy. Let's put this link in here for y'all. And there y'all go. So if y'all missed any of the other stuff we were going over, basically we went over the Veterans Day deals and discounts today as our veteran workshop. Uh, that was mostly it. Basically all the meals and stuff like that. Remember, there's the American Legion one. Let me see where else. You got the American Legion, you got military.com. Give y'all this link too so y'all can take advantage of that. Military.com also has a different set of information in different stores. May not have as much, but just gotta check. You got military.com, then you have, what was the other one? Was that military.com? I just said yes. Oh no, that wasn't the site. This is the site. Copy. That's the site for Veterans Day. The other one is just discounts. The sixth branch of the military. I said it is the sixth branch. What, the Space Force? And you got that. What else? Those are the sites you have, but if you go to like 2024, you could just Google 2024 Veterans Day discounts. That's what you'll end up getting. You'll end up getting a lot of those, and that's the information you'll get from there, and you'll be able to take advantage of these discounts and benefits that are available to you. So just keep that in mind. Oh, public health service. Oh, what? So we got to do here. That's why we do the awareness project. It's the veteran awareness project, but it's the awareness project. And that's what we're just gonna do it because we're gonna try to make it that we make service members also aware of these things. So it's not only just for veterans, because the thing is if you're a service member, you're gonna become a veteran whether you like it or not. You are going to be a veteran. So it's good to just give these people the information for it, let them know like, hey, this is what's available to you, this is what's going to be provided to you, and check out the resources. And like I said, stuff like this, we will have. Like I said, with the website, I'll probably try to incorporate things like this. Try to put it like a special day section type things that'll lead you to a different page where it's like that. So, like when we have Veterans Day, it was like the page will be brought up that will have this information, so that way every year, hey, I could tune into the Awareness Project link and do that. That way you have that. That way you have that information and that's there for you. Um, Awareness Project link. And we'll do it and we'll do that way. So that way, like I said, it's the bare bones right now of the link, but as I keep on developing it and doing it, we're gonna end up publishing a very simple, basic one. Then as we keep on editing and doing it, we'll keep on updating it so people are aware and have that information. Because I already have other documents and stuff that I've been making. So I want to do that. That I make that digital product that I said for like the presentations and stuff that may be included, or at least sneak peeks or little smaller versions will be available on the website. But then the full thing will probably be a digital product that we end up selling for like $20 or something, just so that veterans can get all that information all at once in one shot. And like I said, it'll be something that, hey, once purchased, you get the free update to the next digital version of it. So it's never going to be like you pay every year. It's not going to be like a college book where each new edition you pay for the new version. This will be something that, hey, new edition comes out, you're on the newsletter list or you're on the mailing list. You get sent this information, you get this digital copy, so you get that information and it's always up to date. And then, like I said, with anything like that, if y'all have any information, anything that y'all see comes up, anything new, anything that y'all find interesting to talk about, or something that y'all have questions with, don't hesitate to ask. Don't hesitate to make a statement on there. If you got questions or comments or anything, make sure you leave them on the YouTube comment section, so that way I'm made aware. Uh, Most of my videos are live because it's easier to interact with people and easier to talk to people and give people the advice and the stuff live, because I can actually communicate with you and have a conversation with you while you're doing it. If you're doing it via comments at times, it's kind of difficult because of the fact that I can't reach out to you through a comment. And sometimes some statements are out of context. Some people make statements that it's just like I can take the wrong way, or they may not be meant in that way. So it's more clearer to do it online when it's a live version. So that's why we try to do the lives more often. That way we can reach people and actually have a conversation with people, and it's not something that you are, I would say, stuck doing. Uh, so that way you have that incorporated and you see what's going on, and that's the best and the most effective way of doing it. And if you have any other questions or comments, you can also reach out via the email, which is on the link on the YouTube, vet awareness project at Gmail. You can do that. We will probably make it that it does go and coincide with the link, so it'll be at vetawarenessproject.com, but it'll probably forward it to the G. We'll figure something out. But we're gonna end this today here. I just wanted to make sure that people were aware of all these discounts and stuff like that. Remember, ID Me is the best place to go to get these discounts and find this information that can be useful to you. So make sure you're using that. Log in, set up an account with that, take advantage of all the discounts and stuff like that. As a veteran, as a first responder, as a medical professional, as a teacher, just these benefits and discounts that can help you, and also cash back offerings that, hey, the back end, if you know you're always making these purchases through these organizations or these companies, you at least know you're getting something back from it. And then that is also providing you something to purchase something else with. So I think that's all I have for today. And we have 5 votes, so 80% of people will be taking advantage of the discounts and sales. And then with the regular stream, I had 2 people that are not gonna do. So we've had 7 people vote. 7 people vote. We had what, 2? We had 3 basically that said they will not take care of the discounts, and we have 4 that said they will take care of these discounts. But as always, I appreciate everyone. I appreciate everyone for tuning in. We will have our next session on Sunday. We will probably have a pop-up one on Thursday. We're trying to see if we could do something like 6, 7 o'clock, something. But I know there's that Thursday night game, so maybe Wednesday night. We're still trying to figure out different timings to be able to reach more veterans. Annette, thank you for always stopping by, and thank you for being here. Thank you for also advising. Military Mike, as always, thank you for stopping by. Abdil, thank you. I know I'm not going to talk to you for a couple of weeks or a couple of months. Appreciate you. Good luck to you. Like I said, if you have any questions when it comes to your military service, questions or stuff within the service, stuff without the service, don't hesitate to ask. I'm always here. I'm always glad to be a reference for people. I'm always glad to educate people. It's something that you got to do for veterans. But I appreciate y'all. Y'all have yourselves a good one. As always, be good to one another. Look out for one another. Love one another. I always mess that up. Be good. Take care of one another. Look out for one another. Love one another. And stay marvelous while doing it, y'all. I'm just Cruz. I'm signing out. This is the Veteran Awareness Project. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.